Salut tout le monde, it's your boy, Lukael. Welcome to the finale of Call of the Sea. So this is episode 3, we're going to finish the game today. In the last episode, we explored the maroon ship that was on the beach, the one that our husband's expedition came on the island with. We explored their camp, found out about the fates of a few more of them, uncovered this giant temple on the island, had a vision of like either the past or the future. I don't really know. This desert wasteland with like these giant skulls of marine creatures. We discovered that the disease that Norah is suffering from might be related to like a transformation into a sea creature, something like that. We've been finding more letters from Harry. We haven't found him yet, but it feels like we're pretty close to finding him. So how is this story going to end? What is the truth behind these sea creatures? Is any of this real? Is it all just a metaphor? Is it all just a dream? Are we really turning into a sea creature? I don't really know, but let's find out. So thank you so much for joining me, and without any further ado, let's finish Call of the Sea. Alright, here we are. We stopped right at the beginning of chapter 5, and we are a creature. Is this more vision? Did we actually transform? I feel like maybe it's just another...
I should be scared, but it's hard to explain what I feel, but it isn't fear. Not a bit.
Huh. Okay, so we're actually headed to the surface. Can we like get out of here? Is there like
Another one of those gates, like the one I saw in the temple.
Alright, with the hand thing. Can this take me on land? Whoa! Oh, it teleported us.
I'm back to being me.
So we're just like jumping back and forth between our human form and our fishman form. Fish woman, I guess.
It's hard for me to understand how these gates work. What happens every time I cross one of them?
You tell me, sister. I don't even know if any of this is real. Wow, okay, so not only do we teleport, we also transform every time. Huh. Is it possible that Harry was also transformed, or no? Like, he couldn't get through these gates, right?
Another panel of this strange technology. What's it for? Something related to the currents?
I don't have access to my journal. So this flips this thing. Did it work? Oh, am I just trying to like have them reach the middle at the same time? Is it just like a timing thing? I don't have access to my... Wow. This should be kind of horrifying, but this nice music tells me that this is actually a good thing. A nice little guided tour of this underwater section.
Pierced by underground currents.
Like she said, like we should be scared, right? We're transforming. This is all kind of alien, but I feel like maybe this is who she really is, or like she has some kind of connection to this, so she's not actually scared right now. I don't have access to my journal though, which tells me maybe this is still just like a vision of some kind. But no, because we're on the island, so Do these two fingers need to be like so close together? Okay, so I have access to my journal if I'm on land. That's what it is. I know I should be scared about what's happening to me, but I'm not. Truth is, it's been a long time since I felt so alive. In the water, I could see my hands. They had turned into bizarre amphibian hands, although I recognized them as my own. It's hard to put it down to words, but it was as if I were another version of myself. I've lost track of time in this place. I feel like I could stay here forever. In the water, I could see my hands? Couldn't you always see your hands, though? What do you mean? I can always see my hands. This is like a weirdly meta thing to say, because, like, in the game, yeah, you can't see your hands in the rest of the game because your model is not visible, but as a person, you should always be able to see yourself. Isn't that kind of strange? As strange as it might seem, I feel a strange harmony with these surroundings. Everything reacts when I'm close, as if every living entity here in this lagoon welcomed me. I activated some more of those gates like the one at the mountaintop temple, and, well, I don't know how to put it in words, but I can breathe and move freely underwater. To control the water currents, direction change. Yeah, I assume like this is a straight line, so it's very fast, and then this one has all these detours, so like you have to hit this one last. Something like that. So this is not a dream, this is not a vision, I am actually transforming.
That
Alright.
architecture again. Where is this gate going to lead me now?
But where are we? Like, are we at the center of the island? Are we in this temple? Wow. So pretty, so beautiful. All these nice colors.
What a quiet and peculiar place.
I mean, it was quiet until the music popped up, but... Okay. Bunch of hands.
Some sort of handmade tribal painting. Looks really primitive.
Yeah. Does that even count as a painting if it's just like handprints? Just a whole bunch of these. They all look pretty similar. Similar sizes and shapes.
Primitive hand paintings. I wonder who used to live here. It seems it was abandoned ages ago.
Oh, it's the black ooze.
I understood that.
So, okay, so yeah, I have to be one of these creatures, and I just found my way off the island somehow when I was young. Like maybe I was fished out by some fishermen, and then they brought me to civilization, and I transformed into a human. I don't know. That's kind of my leading theory. Like, I'm pretty sure my true identity is that of a fish person. And it's not that I'm a human transforming into one. But... fingerprints marks. So would... and then this place would be where, like, these people used to live, but now it's abandoned? Where have they gone? Another one of these. Am I just supposed to activate all of them? Another pool.
We slaves, masters,
Nakal?
Slaves and masters and... Nicole. Wasn't Nicole in the notes?
Was it? Nakal? I don't see Nakal anywhere. What notes are you talking about? Nakal? The currents took me to what looks like a town, a sort of cylindrical pit with houses all around the walls. It's much more modest than the ruins I saw earlier. There was a small sink filled with black ooze. I heard some voices calling me, and they sound similar to the ones in my dream, but this time I understood what they were saying. Nakal? I don't remember where we heard Nakal before.
Although they are the same style, these huts are much simpler than the magnificent architecture I've seen up to now.
I guess so, but I mean, if they're just houses, of course they would be simpler than, like, temples. Got a mural here. Their, like, heads are scratched out in red, it seems. That can't be a good sign.
Whoever the inhabitants were, they were living here against their will.
But these were humans, right? These are the humans, and then these are the fish people. With all their...
Someone vandalized this mural. Some hands look human, but others are amphibian hands.
Oh, right, because they're hand marks. Interesting. I'm not sure where any of this is going, to be honest with y'all. At first, I kind of thought I did, you know, like this kind of Lovecraftian Cthulhu. I said Cthulhu at first, but it's more like a Dagon story, and a few people pointed it out in the comments. It's kind of like, you know, like fish people, some kind of sea deity. Oh, and another thing before I forget. If you remember in the first episode, I said I don't really remember buying this game. Like, I don't really know where it comes from, why it was in my library. But it was actually a gift from my close friend Audrey. She bought this game for me back in 2020, like not long after it came out, because she figured it was right up my alley, and it pretty much is. So after watching my first episode, she reminded me. She was like, "Bitch, I bought you that game." So thank you, Audrey, for buying the game. And yes, I want to give you credit. And she had to wait 5 long years before I actually played the game, so she's been very patient.
Primitive bowls and plates.
Look at all the reflections in here. I feel like that's too many reflections for the amount of light that actually gets inside of here. Ooh, some spirals. Another weird pit.
The inhabitants of this village lived at different altitudes. Some even lived inside the water. They used this sort of dam to lower or raise the water level.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. So they have some kind of dam mechanism that they use to change...
It seems that each family had to agree somehow to change the water level. I'm amazed at how organized they seem to be, despite them being so primitive. Being trapped here probably made them stronger as a community.
Were they trapped here? You keep calling them primitive, but I don't know.
Some slaves die. Some slaves now water animal.
Water animal. Is that what I am now?
Like if they've mastered drawing and like even writing, maybe... I don't know, it's not that primitive anymore, is it? So where is the dam exactly? Oh, is that what the towers have been pushing? It's like everyone needs to push the button in order for the water level to change? It's like they all need to agree. Okay, yeah, I need to find the other ones, I guess, before this can be activated. So let's explore some more. I mean, of course, if you compare to like today's technology, they would seem primitive. Oh no, this thing is back out in the open now. And then this one too. Yeah. Should I just hit them again? Is there like an order I'm supposed to do it? Maybe it's just about hitting all of them. 2. Should I go down or should I go up? Let's go down. Like all these reflections on the walls. It's beautiful. Reminds me of my first time when I was playing Ocarina of Time as a kid. Like the first time you get to Zora's Domain and you see like all the water reflections on the walls. I thought, oh, it's so beautiful. At the time, like I'd never seen anything like that in a game.
There are some hand marks made with pigments. I wonder if they mean something. I better draw them just in case.
There are murals like the ones I saw before, but they've been defaced. Without a doubt, the people who lived here were the victims of the rituals. The rituals? Symbol order. Okay, she's getting ahead of me. She's noticing things I haven't even noticed. Ah, okay. Huh. I feel like I would be missing like one more. Wait, there were more hands at the front, but I couldn't look at them. I can't get there either. There's another gate. Let's try going up. Another one of these pillars. Okay.
It's quite disturbing to see someone's hand paintings from thousands of years ago. I feel connected to them somehow.
How do you know it's from thousands of years ago? I mean, I guess that's just an estimate, but it might be a lot more recent than you think.
Fire rock falls from the sky, awakens God, black blood.
Black blood? You mean this black
Is
ooze?
that black blood the same thing as the black ooze?
Right, the god's blood that we heard about. This one looks like a face, you know, it looks like a little face like that. So a comet fell from the sky carrying God's
How can I
blood?
explain what's happening to me? What is the meaning of all this? God's blood, transformation, eternal life. I feel like I'm going through what was written in that inscription.
Well, 'cause I guess you are, babe. I think that's exactly what's happening. But also you're learning about like the history of these people. But like, are they still here? Are they out in the ocean? 'Cause when DeWitt was transforming, he was talking to creatures in the ocean and then he went to join them. So they must still be out there. Maybe they've escaped from being confined to the island, like they've actually rejoined the sea. I don't know. Oh, there's another pillar here. Is that the last one? I'm looking to see if anything else changes, but it doesn't seem like it. More hands. Bunch of hands. Another pit.
This reminds me of some prehistoric cave paintings. Like in the Cueva de las Manos in South America.
Another little piece of trivia that someone told me in the comments is apparently Norah is the same voice actress as the woman in Firewatch, which we also played on the channel. What was her name? Delilah?
Black blood in eyes, like in the well.
Right. So they weren't fish people, they were just like the natives of this island. Then a comet fell from the sky, brought with it this black ooze, this god's blood. from like some ancient alien, I guess. And these people had slaves. They started like injecting these slaves with the black ooze, and then I guess these people transformed into fish people. So it's symbol order. I feel like I'm missing one at the top there. Do I need to hit these switches in the order in the journal? I see there's more symbols down there. The white hands and then the yellow ones. Oh, the purple spirals are the final one, but like how can I look at them? I could have probably done it from down there. I didn't think to look up. That. Okay, yeah. So I need to hit them in the right order. But wait, the purple spirals are here, but they don't have a pillar. Right, there's no pillar connected to these. Oh, because it's the last one. This is the last. Okay, okay. I get it. So I think I get it. And then it resets the pillars. So the first one at the bottom is the white hands, like these ones. So we just hit this one first. And then this is the second to last. So we actually need to do this at the end. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so the red is after the yellow ones. Yellow ones are at the top. Right, yeah, this is yellow, so this is the second one. Red hands is the third. And then we go back down, catch the white ones on the way down. Right here. And then purple is like this one, the last one. This should work, right? Oh. Oh. Yeah. There we go. Now we just go down there, I guess. I wish I could just jump, but can't do that. You know, it's always really great to set your mysteries in like a previous time period, like in the 30s or in the 1800s, or like even earlier in humanity's history, because as more time passes and like we've explored so much of the earth now, there's not really any secrets left. Like we've kind of explored everything. I mean, there's still a few remote places we haven't really been to, but between scanners and drones and satellites, like even the places where you can't easily go to, we can see what's there. Like we kind of know every inch of what's on the planet, except what's at the bottom of the ocean. That's still kind of a mystery because we haven't really been able to go there like in an easy way. But we have mapped out most of what's on Earth. And so nowadays it's hard to imagine like an island having some mysterious temple that no one's ever seen before, right? But in the 30s, it's totally believable that a place like this would exist and be like unknown. Plus, if we were to discover it today, like it would make the news instantly, you know, like someone would just put it on social media and then after a few days, like everyone would know about it. But at the time, you know, news traveled very, very slowly. It was mostly, you know, maybe in the newspaper or like maybe just word of mouth and like rumors and things like that. And so mystery stories and tales are so much richer when they're set like in a previous time period, I feel. It's just more ripe for that kind of storytelling. It's more believable. Alright, so what is this?
Civilization used these devices to raise and lower the water level. It's impressive.
It's the fucking water temple all over again. So now we can get to the gate. Okay. Let's get to the gate. At least I don't need to play Zelda's Lullaby every time I want to change the water level. Am I right, gamers? And back to fish. Just like that. We're back to fish. Got another one of these. I guess we need to change the current because it's coming this way, right? So I can go there. Okay, that opened the door down there. Can't I just go there? But it doesn't matter the current because I can just swim around, right? But maybe I'm gonna need to do it very quickly. Okay, yeah, the door is on a timer, so that's why I need to redirect the currents so I can travel fast. I get you. Fish! I'm one of you! Maybe I'll kiss a fish. Maybe you're my husband? Hello? Harry, is that you? Maybe you're my future husband. Maybe now I should date among my species. So we've got fish and people and fish people.
Different types of creatures of the same species lived here, but they weren't free.
Why do you think they weren't free? What makes you say that? So I'm trying to get through this door here. Get another mural. You would think the water would definitely wash away all these graffitis. Well, not graffitis, but like markings, right? From erosion over a very long period of time. Can I not look at this?
They rebelled against their masters. The slaves seemed to worship two gods.
She's very good at like interpreting all these different murals because I can't say that's what I see here. Them rebelling, two gods. Like I don't even know what I'm seeing. So these are the two gods. I guess one of which is that giant creature we saw at the beginning, in the distance. Is that their names?
This looks like an altar dedicated to two figures. I can hear them talking to me.
Can you not like separate these two fingers? Or they just fused together now? Is this a Thane Krios Drell situation? I always found that so weird, you know, the Drell in Mass Effect, like their fingers are fused together, but it's like, why would it be like that? If you're gonna have just 4 fingers, just have 4 fingers. If you're gonna have 5 fingers, have 5. Like, why would evolution have 2 of them just fused together? How pointless. Unless you were in the process of like evolving into a human or like from a human, you know? But for an alien species, it just doesn't make any sense.
So these creatures are immortal?
Why would they be? Oh god, at the bottom is just a bunch of the black ooze. Okay, that's a lot of it. It must have a different density than water in order to be like separate. You know, it's like oil, maybe. But fish have to die someday, you know? Why would you turning into fish mean that you live forever? I mean, it is like weird alien blood, so I guess it's possible, but if they really live forever and they're still alive out there, like they would be thousands of years old and like super smart, super wise, because they would have seen millennia of history. Punish.
The sunken continent. Was that their punishment?
Wait, what? A sunken continent? What are you talking about? She's really making some huge leaps here. Like, we haven't heard anything about a sunken continent, have we? Or wait, is that what Naka is? Is the sunken continent? I'm confused. I thought Naka was the name of like their tribe before they transformed. Okay, so I just need to change this. Okay, yeah, they need to get there at the same time, so around when you get to the gold part. Yeah. So now it's going this way. Okay. Good. I get the idea of a comet bringing some blood to Earth, but what are these gods that you're talking about? Like did those gods also fall to
This
Earth?
underwater town is a beautiful place, but it has also seen a lot of suffering. All the island is that way. Beautiful but dangerous. The danger does not seem to affect me, though.
What do you mean? How does it not affect you? It's fairly generous with the timing. Now this one is open. I think maybe we're gonna be good to go. This one you can't change the direction, so I think if we just hit the thing and then get in there, we're gonna be good to go. Woo! Woo! There we go.
I made it.
But yeah, were those gods like already on Earth? Did they fall to Earth along with the meteor? Like,
My illness has kept me from being happy. What I feel now is the complete opposite of being sick. I feel full of life and energy. Even better than before my illness.
so would you have been ill just because what? Because you were too far away from the ocean? Because you were too far away from the water? Like, what made you develop the illness? It must have been some kind of withdrawal, right? Some kind of withdrawal from the god's blood. Maybe she needs to keep consuming it in order to stay in fish form. But why would she be fish? Is it because her mother was also a fish person and so now she is? Is it more like a curse than a full transformation? Is it something that needs to be maintained? I mean, I'm glad you're happy, Norah. Now we just need to find Harry and hope that he accepts you in your new fish form. Yeah, I know you can date a fish. I've seen The Shape of Water. Alright, got another gate. Back to land we go. Whee! A nice little guided tour of the place. How convenient for me. Water drainage. This device opens a door, but only for a while. If I can aim all the currents in the right direction, I can get there in time. The people who lived in this sunken town were able to adjust the water level at will. Were they people like me? Is that why I feel so at home here? Is that the reason this is so familiar to me? I don't know. I've got all the same questions, Norah. Okay, so now we're on the other side of this. Will Harry accept me in my fish form? We're married, right?
If I enter the water now, I'll be soaked. Being me, I mean... It's hard to explain this, even to myself.
Well, we have to, right? You just gotta. Or wait, are you saying you need to be in fish form to get in this water? I don't know if that's an option. How could I transform and then... Oh, by raising the water level, right? So that this place is some... But wait. Didn't I always have access to this place? I guess not. Huh. But yeah, Harry and me are married. It says till death do us part. So even if I turn into a fish, he's still supposed to love me, right? And accept me. I was going further down. I thought I was gonna go back up.
Now the water level is really low, so I can access that tunnel.
Ah, okay. Sure. Some days you just turn into a fish.
These creatures lived like slaves. All their lives imprisoned and tortured in this place.
How do you know that?
Was it possible to live a decent life in here? If you've lived all your life in a prison, how would you know that you are a prisoner?
Good question. I guess we saw it in some of these visions. I don't know, they go by very quickly, so... Ooh. A little creepy down here. I can just smell this place, you know? The smell of like just beaches and seawater and wet rock, barnacles. All right, I couldn't get through here because of the current before, right? But now I can.
Now
'Cause
I
there's
can
no
enter
water.
this tunnel.
And there's another gate. All right, let's go. Fish farm. I'm just waiting to meet another one of these fish people. There's got to be some, right? I can't be the last one. Especially if they're supposed to live forever. Let's reverse it. There's not much to this puzzle. It's always the same timing. It's always the same pattern, so...
This current is quite strong. I wonder where it will take me.
Let's follow the fish, my people! Now we really are on a guided tour. Headed to Atlantis! Where are my people? Oh, it's a giant squid. Okay, that's a little worrying. I mean, it's beautiful down here. This could be as scary as it is beautiful. It really depends on the
That was
music.
quite a ride, but it's over now.
You swam through the big stream. I sure did. Saw a giant squid too. Human farm. More of this giant temple. Where is my husband, though? There's no way he made it all the way down here, right? He would need to still be on the island.
That ladder. Someone set up camp in here.
Oh, maybe he is down here after all. We still don't know what happened to the woman, though. Like, there's supposed to be three people left. Theo, the woman, and Harry. So fish people, the mechanism, humans, fish people, rock. Rock with
Looks like a
star.
means of transportation to get to that sanctuary.
Sanctuary, okay. Slaves to the fish people, bunch of human slaves, and then You're taking them to what? Some device that transforms them into fish people?
Seems to show two possible courses of action. One means transformation, and the other means death?
Oh. So you're saying I might transform or I might die from this process. Okay. Even brought little candles down here. They certainly had a lot of equipment with them for all these camps and all these candles and... Harry?
What is this? This... Oh my god. Did I almost forget about Harry?
Did you? Because I sure didn't. Another letter.
Somebody painted these symbols on the wall. A sanctuary. Harry, was that where you went?
The masters brought their slaves to a sanctuary by boat in order to perform the final stage of the ritual. Oh, so he found out about a lot of this stuff. He's right behind me. Or in front of me,
dear,
really.
Poor people. Is this why I'm changing too?
It seems that the sanctuary was where the final stage of the ritual took place. Oh. I guess that's where I need to go then.
So the guide left the expedition.
Okay.
That would explain the workshop on the white sand beach, where I arrived.
So Theo left. Monsieur Everhart and Madame Ward. Monsieur Everhart and Madame Ward, we had plenty of death in this island. I helped you as long as I could, but I won't be an accomplice to this ritual madness. I'm returning to the white sand beach to build a raft and leave this maudit ill. I'll be there if you change your minds, but I won't wait too long. Moruru Roa and au revoir. Tiho Roa. I see. So he's aware of like this ritual business. He knows about this stuff. And he left the expedition at this moment. So it really is just the journalist, the reporter, Miss Ward, and Harry at this point.
You followed the river from the temple summit, and it took you some days to find this entrance.
Right, so he was never able to open the door that I opened because he didn't have the fish power thing. So he had to climb down from the mountain and then just follow the rivers in order to find the entrance to this place. He's pretty resourceful. White Sand Beach, Tiharoa building a raft. Where is the sanctuary? Ruins, uses... I feel like it has to be in the sky, right? Why is everything turning red? It has to be in the sky because we learned about these rocks that would like float if you give them like the right frequency. Or was that only for the elevators? I feel like maybe it's related to this sanctuary, like it could be somewhere in the sky.
My dear old pal. It's only Cass and me now. I have much to thank her for, even if our friendship is worn thin due to hunger and fatigue. If she hadn't insisted so much, we'd never have convinced Teharoa. He guided us as we followed the river down from the mountain peak. And that's how we found this entrance. And the mural. Maybe I can't undo what's happening to you, Norah, but I think I can try to become like you.
You want to turn into a fish?
The inhabitants of this island took slaves to a sanctuary. And there, they performed a ritual. Teaharoa said the ritual was madness, and he didn't want any part of it. He and Cass argued, violently. When we woke up the next morning, he had left. I know it sounds strange, but you have to trust me, my love. I know this is going to work, and we can be together. You understand what that means, don't you, Norah? We have a second chance. With more love than ever, Harry.
Damn, that's
Harry?
crazy.
What ritual are you talking about? Why on earth would you want to become like me? Please don't be a fool. You don't even know if that ritual of yours is going to work.
He really is a real one. He was like, you know what? If I can't cure you of your illness, I will turn into a fish just like you. He really is like loyal and dedicated. Boat transportation? And he was still with Cass. Like, what's her end game at this point? Like, why does she stick with him this whole time? What does she hope to find at the end of this expedition?
Harry, that look on your face. You look deranged.
Well, I mean, they're very hungry. They can't have that much food at this
They seem
point.
to loathe each other.
I can't stand your lunatic face. I can't stand the noise you make when you eat. I can't stand you. Ugh.
She doesn't seem to care much about Harry. And she doesn't seem to be thinking straight either.
Then why does she stick with him? What is she hoping to find? Harry's mental decline is more evident each day. But today he said he found out some place to carry out some ritual. I have to get to the bottom of this. I have to keep doing what I've been doing up to now. Listen to what he has to say and go along with him. Why? I can't stand him, but I have to tread lightly because it's only him and me now. And the black ichor. I guess it's because she's looking for like the secret of this place. Like maybe she's also looking for the ritual. Maybe she wants to turn into a fish. But like where would she have heard about this in the first place to join his expedition? Or maybe like she learned about it just from like being on this journey with him, but
The sun is setting. It is so beautiful.
beautiful sunset, very intense colors. I haven't found the secret item for this place yet. Can't sit here. I don't remember seeing the raft you're talking about that Roa built. It's weird that this showed this little spot here with like a bench, as if you could sit down here and look at the sunset, but you can't. I don't know how they could have like climbed all the way up here from outside, but I guess they did somehow. Oh, there's another ladder up there. Oh, because they climbed down to it. Okay. Right, because they were at the top of the mountain. That makes sense. I wonder what her fate is going to be. Like, everyone else has died, so I feel like she's going to die also, but I don't know. Maybe she's going to try the ritual and like it's not gonna work for her and she's going to die as like kind of a cautionary tale for Harry. Is this gonna end with me turning back into a human so I can live out my days with Harry? Or is it gonna end with him turning into a fish and then we live together forever in the sea? I wonder. Or maybe neither of these. I don't know. Well, here we go. Seems like a more complicated version of that same puzzle this time.
This panel looks different from the others. It's much more elaborate.
Okay, I'm sure we can time it. I found the exit from the town and dived into a long underground current. That was incredible. I'd never felt so free and full of life until now. It led me to another large hall with an opening to the exterior. There was another Harry's camp. The shocking thing was that I'd almost forgotten him. Oh, how could I forget my husband? I'm so sorry, my dear old pal. Harry and the remaining members of the expedition followed the river down from the mountain peak, and after wandering some days, they finally found this entrance. There is a note of Roa, the Polynesian guide leaving the expedition. He was fed up of death and disaster and tried to convince Harry to leave the island. He returned to the beach to build a raft to escape. My God, I think Harry has lost his mind. He thinks there's a way to be like me. I hope he didn't do anything foolish, but his last few letters sound incoherent and unstable. More complex version of other panels. Timing? Harry scribbled these symbols on the wall. They must be important. I feel like I could just do it by timing each one, but let's see. It's about 4 seconds. This one's like 15 seconds. Okay, let me write that down. It was like 12, and then this one's like 9. All right, so I need to count down from 15. So like 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
This must be my transportation
Hey,
to the sanctuary.
first attempt. It's all about timing, baby. Did not even need to solve the puzzle. If there was a puzzle to solve, I just timed it. So some kind of boat? Huh. Oh, and we're moving. It's interesting how this game jumps between kind of like wondrous and then like horror and scary and then like kind of... Oh. Wait, I can still hear the water moving around me if I turn around. So I'm in the dark, but the game is not... Oh, completed chapter 5. Okay. What is this? This must be the sanctuary. So it's hidden on the island, but it's not in the sky. Okay, I guess my theory was wrong then. Excuse me? Jalgolfen?
It all makes sense. Nothing bad is going to happen to me here, as menacing as this place might look.
How do you know that
The
for
ooze,
sure?
Those sea creatures. They're just defending themselves, like a wild animal against an unknown threat. That's how they perceived the expedition, like a threat. But I, on the other hand, I wasn't a threat. And I definitely wasn't unknown, was I? They seemed to recognize me, as if I was one of their own.
Okay, good. I'm still kind of terrified, but look at that beautiful
Everything
aurora.
seems so distant now.
Giant ass
as if I first
moon.
stepped on that white beach thousands of years ago.
Oh, the raft. Okay, I remember
full
the
moon?
raft right
It can't be.
when we first arrived.
Yesterday was a new moon.
Also true, yeah, what the
Did I
hell?
lose track of time, or maybe this place isn't subject to
something-
the laws of physics? That's the only explanation I can find for this surreal night.
Okay, there's a lot of weird shit happening all around me.
It's hard to believe everything is real.
Creatures over there?
Maybe it isn't.
Maybe it isn't.
I'll open my eyes sometime and I'll be back in our home in Englewood and everything will be as before.
Maybe.
My perfectly ordinary life with Harry.
Good,
My
you didn't
daily
forget him.
routines, my illness. That will be as before too.
Mm.
And then I'll need to shake off this strange feeling that I have now. Feeling that I don't really belong there anymore. And with there, I don't mean Englewood or Boston or Newburyport. I mean,
On land?
how is it
Earth?
possible that the strange events of only 2 days on this island makes more sense to me than the life that I've been living for years?
Yeah, that's pretty weird. Also, the stars are not supposed to move this quickly. I'm not sure if any of this is real.
There it is,
Like the moon, you know?
the sanctuary.
This is all very strange. It does feel more like a dream, you know? Because how could the moon change phases so quickly? That's impossible. How could there be giant squids, like, just swimming right next to me? Like, these are supposed to be very, very deep underwater anyways, so... How are the stars supposed to be moving this quickly? Like this aurora? Just a lot of weird things happening.
So is this where you went, Harry? Was this your last stop?
So, well, I see a little camp there. We're gonna learn what happened to this woman also. But like, we don't even see the rest of the island anymore, so I don't think I'm anywhere like physical. This can be like a physical location on the island. Like, none of this is possible. We have to be in some kind of metaphysical location. Okay, I think maybe they set up camp in 2 different spots because they fucking hated each other. Let's see. This place is kind of messy. What happened?
Another camp. Although it's little more than a few things scattered about.
Yeah. Oh, another letter. Okay, so this is Harry.
My dear old pal. I never should have trusted Cass.
Uh-oh.
I thought she cared about you, but she's just mad, obsessed with this place.
I figured.
I can't trust her to help me overcome the last obstacle.
Or are you just being paranoid?
This door. I know how to open it. But what I have to do is mix my blood with the black ooze. Am I mad for even considering that? It's the only way we can be together. It has to work, right? All this can't be a coincidence. The ritual is made for the 2 of us, isn't it, Norah? I wish you could be here. Damn it. I have to think it over. I can't. Tomorrow. Leave it for tomorrow. Damn it. Stop writing.
Yeah.
What are you saying, Harry? Don't you see what the black ooze does? What it did to the doctor? Are you out of your mind?
It seems that way. This is such a very classic tale in its structure and its theme, right? Is he going crazy because of the exhaustion and like the hunger? Is it the desperation of like feeling like he's going to lose me, like I'm slipping between his fingers? Is it the black ooze? Like, there's so many things that could be influencing him. Like, it could just be coming from him, it could be coming from the island, it could be coming from some unseen forces. I wonder. The fact that Cass would have followed all the way here because she was like obsessed with this place, it makes a lot of sense, right? Because why else would she follow along on this expedition? Like, what does she have to win? I guess because she's like a journalist, she wants to uncover the truth about this place. But it could also just be that like it's the voices in his head, you know, he's being paranoid and like actually she's being perfectly normal, because we kind of only get his side of things for now. I mean, I'm going to go to the other camp over there. Maybe we'll learn what she was feeling at this time, but it did sound like she hated him. Maybe she had a good reason to. Also, I never did find the secret item for chapter 5. I missed it somehow.
A library? What are you talking about, Harry?
I had a strange dream today. I was inside a vast library and gazed at vistas of another world. Pracotus? Pnacotus?
Was the blood of these creatures some sort of catalyst?
Blood plus black ooze. So did he actually do it? Did he mix his blood with it?
Heavens, this dagger looks exactly like the one I have.
Dried blood and ooze. An altar? Isn't that the dagger Frank was attacked with? Yeah, the dagger I was sent. We still don't know who sent us this package. I guess it must be him. He sent us the key so that we would come here and join him, and the dagger. So like, because he wants us to join him.
Harry, what is this? It looks like the ramblings of a madman.
Norah must do it together. Change me? Yeah, he's kind of losing it. Huh. But like, he's doing all of this not because he wants to be one of the creatures, it's because he wants to be with me. So it's kind of tragic. Alright, so there's an altar. I guess I'm gonna need to use the knife here. Yeah, he's got the syringe and this black ooze. I guess maybe we need to do the same thing. But what happened to the woman? What happened to Cass? Cass, I think I have the answer. You have to go back home and bring Norah here. Leave now, please.
So I have to put my hand inside?
He is yelling, it's not working. Interesting. Oh.
Moby Dick. Its pages are hollowed out, and its shape is...
Yeah, it's the shape of the knife. Why? Moby Dick, Herman Melville. One of the most popular novels in American literature, Moby Dick tells the story of Captain Ahab's unrelenting pursuit of a great white whale. A book about high seas adventure, symboling allegory, and the conflict between heroism and hate. Why would there be a hole in the shape of the knife in this book? Because she was like hiding it in there? Why would she hide it in the book? Or did she always own this knife? Because we saw her holding this book in the photos of the expedition. So was she always in possession of this knife? Or like did she only get it once DeWitt used it to stab the other guy and then she kept it? The Shark Massacre. Huh. Like, where did this knife come from originally?
Harry asleep in his tent. What a creepy photograph.
Sleeping with a gun, too.
Oh my, she sounds completely out of her mind.
I've seen the future. Eternity awaits me. Death awaits Harry. Oh. Like, why would you write that on a picture? What if he finds it?
A camera. It must be Cassandra's.
I thought maybe I needed to use it for something, but I guess not. So yeah, she definitely wanted what? To use the ritual for herself? Like, what? Oh, I'm gonna put my hand in there?
Ouch! Oh! Ah! What was that?
That's exactly what I expected
Looks
to
like
happen.
a tattoo, but it isn't. Those are my spots. They've moved.
What? The spots on my hand have been rearranged to form some sort of symbol. Really? I didn't see that happen. Like, they should have showed you the spots moving and forming this. The stoneboat carried me through a subterranean river that flows into the sea. The night was strangely clear and a full moon was shining weirdly in a starry sky. Again, this island doesn't seem to obey the laws of physics. I got off at a dock of some sort on the large beach where the sanctuary is. I found another of Harry's campsites, if you could call it a campsite. There is one tent on each side of the beach. I found a circular stone with a fish head with its mouth open. When I put my hand inside it, after a moment of intense pain, the stains on my hand rearranged themselves to form a peculiar pattern. Cass seems to be losing her mind. I'd rather not think about how the two of them got along here, or didn't get along. The device to access the inner sanctuary is only activated with blood. Blood like mine. Harry, please tell me you didn't do what I think you did. Oh, I think he did. I think he did. Like, it doesn't really seem like a place they could have reached. You know, this seems like a place only I could reach because of my prior connection to this place. More murals.
This mural seems to describe a ritual involving blood. That dagger.
Oh yeah, the dagger is on there too. But like, where does the dagger come from? Who first found it? Like, if I go back through the log, I can probably find it. An ancient stone relic that looks like a knife. So we were sent that. But then what's the first mention of it in the logs? I think the first mention of it is when the guy stabbed, the witch stabbed the other guy with the knife, right? He tried to stab Frank. Yeah, with that weird knife. But like, where did he find it? Like, did Cass have the knife this whole time hidden in her book? And like, that's how she learned about, what, the island? Maybe she was on a quest to find where the knife was coming from. And that's why she came on this expedition. Got another mural there. Oh, but I can't reach it. There's like a weird humming in this place. It's quite unsettling. Alright, so... do I need to use the syringe also?
Black ooze on a petri dish.
God's blood. We are born of the blood. Made by the blood.
My God. This syringe has traces of black ooze. What the hell were you thinking?
Yep, he fucking did it alright. You gonna do it?
Oh, I really hope this works.
You used your blood to open the sanctuary gates. People always do that shit in like movies and TV shows. It's like, if you were to cut your skin to make some blood fall, why would you cut the inside of your hand? Right? Like, I hate that. I hate how they always cut the inside of their hand. That's like the worst place. Like, just cut anywhere else. Like, just cut the top of your skull like a wrestler, you know, it'll bleed for a bit and then you're fine. Or like, cut your thigh or like your shoulder, you know? Not your hand. That's the worst place you could cut. Well, one of the worst places.
If he's behind that door, I wonder which Harry I'll find. How much would be left of the man I love? And how much of the man who has lost his sanity in this place?
Man, I thought it was so wholesome that he went on this whole quest to help cure your illness, and instead he will have lost his mind. That's so tragic.
An eye and a star. Look at the stars, maybe.
Oh. Yep.
The stars are aligned, forming a constellation that I don't recognize. That is not the same sky you can see from Earth. And if
What are you
that's not
saying?
the Earth's sky, where am I now?
Are we not on Earth anymore? What the fuck, dude? Okay. Oh boy. But they still had these big boxes, they still had lamps. They were still carrying so much stuff.
Those stone statues seem to rotate with this switch.
Some sort of creature, a pet. 90-degree rotation, howl.
I wonder what this means.
Bridges, dragons, gargoyles, animals.
All these papers are riddled with incoherent doodles.
I mean, it's not incoherent. They're trying to figure out the constellations, clearly. So there's one on each wall.
I wonder what this means.
Same. That's me with this whole game. I wonder what this means. So we've got different constellations.
Constellations and stars. These people seem to worship otherworldly gods.
I mean, just because there are stars and constellation, that doesn't mean they worship outer gods, even though they probably do, but...
It's a pentagon-shaped symbol with channels in its edges. What was it used for?
to draw a constellation? Like I'm supposed to put a symbol in each of these discs and then it's going to open like a portal of some kind. So would they have both gone ahead?
A shining constellation. I better draw it.
Yeah.
Where is this door leading me? They carried these people here to test them. Like a challenge of some sort.
So it's some kind of like divine test, right? It's like an orderly. It's like a challenge to see if you're worthy of evolving to the next phase. To see if the gods deem you worthy. If you die, then you were not worthy. If you turn into a fish person, then you become immortal. Okay, so I'm just, trying to recreate the picture there?
Circular stones with strange carved symbols. These icons on the wheel are the same as the constellations I have on my hand.
Oh. Harry, tell me you didn't inject yourself with the black ooze. Please tell me that you didn't do something that stupid. I'm afraid he might have. The altar left no room for doubt. I had to use that strange dagger I've been carrying with me ever since I received it in that package. After my blood touched the altar, the main door of the temple opened. Huh? I guess I'm trying to recreate what the pictures. So let's say like this one. Let me draw that. That'll be easier for me. So this. So let's say I've got this symbol. And I'm trying to draw it like at the center with these. But like I want to hit this one there. So am I only hitting the ones that correspond to the door? Like why is it always the top right one that's illuminated? Like I want to hit this one, but it's always this one. It's always this top one. I don't know, maybe I just need to hit all four and then something will happen.
It's a pentagon-shaped symbol with channels in its edges. What was it used for?
Like, why is it showing me all these other symbols, but this one there is the only one I can turn on and off? Oh, okay, I recreated this symbol so that opened that door. That was kind of on accident. But okay, let's see what's over there. Oh, there's a bunch of stuff.
They took them to a throne room. That was the final step in the ritual.
How do you know that was the final step? You're assuming so much from these very simple murals. Keep an open mind, Norah.
What an odd structure. Riddled with nooks and crannies and endless stairways.
I mean, they're not endless. They end somewhere. Oh, so now it's gonna change the... Oh,
Maybe
it's gonna
it only
change the
hurts the first
pattern.
time.
No, I think it's gonna hurt every time.
Ah! The second also hurts.
That sucks. Wait, what the hell are all of these? Okay, so now it just added another symbol to the one I already had.
When I arrived on this island, I felt like I was trespassing. But now, I feel like this is where I belong.
What do you mean? What would that even feel like? I wonder. To be in a place and be like, I feel like I belong here. I can't say I've ever really felt that. Now if I want to open this door, do I have access to more symbols now? Yes, I do. Okay. Interesting. So I've opened this one, right? Okay, no, it's one or the other. So it's either that or that. Okay. Okay, so I'm trying to see which of these shapes can I do with just these. So the first one was all this. But then if I add this possibility, I mean, this could be made with two of these. Right? Like if I just do... This is gonna be tricky, I can already tell. So you can do like a kind of wheel. Oh, they show you the big spots to help you. So see the big... Okay. So I'm looking at it like this, because the big spot is there. And now it's here. Okay. So if I wanted like this top shape, I would need to spin this around until it matches this thing in the middle. Okay, I think I get it. So I'm looking at it like this. Here there needs to be nothing. This one is correct. This one is not. Yep, just like that. That's the top left one. That was that. Okay, I mean it's tricky. It's a little tricky, but I think I can figure it out. I tend to be mostly visual with my things. So what the hell is this stuff?
Black and white figures.
Am I just trying to get it to turn towards the white figures? So like this? Oh. Oh. Okay, it creates platforms. So now I can go there.
Good doggies. Or dragons. Whatever you are.
Hmm. Oh, that doesn't reach though. Okay. Then I need to turn this one to look towards me. And so like this. So now I can get to this other console, if you can call it a console. What is this white thing? Oh, this turns the white ones. Okay. And is that gonna do bridges again? Like, where am I trying to go? To this thing over there? Okay, well then, this one would be fine. I'm not sure it would reach. Okay, I need to go back. Wait, first. So let's say I turn this one to go this way, I can reach this, and then from there, if I can turn this one, I could reach there. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I would reach. No, I wouldn't, because the last one I couldn't reach the platform. So this one needs to turn. Yes. That should work, I think. So I need to turn this one. Turn this one like that. Turn the left one like that. And then this one doesn't matter, so. Okay, I think that should work. They do seem to connect. I think we're good. Right, tell me I can jump that. Yes, I can. And then, yeah, we can reach the platform from here. So I did it. Now we're gonna get a new symbol.
Again? Seriously?
And that sucks, having to do this every time. Seems to hurt a lot too, because like she actually audibly gasps every time. Okay, so now we have this symbol. Oh jeez. Okay. Let's walk all the way back. Like none of these puzzles is super complicated. Like they're still fairly basic, but they're still pretty challenging. All right, we're back in here. So the two symbols left are these two. Like this one seems pretty simple though. This one is that, right? Okay, yeah, I see it. It's that down there. Here. So this side needs to be this. And then the other side is this. I don't know if this is a symbol I have. turn off the other ones? Oh, that was it. There we go. Kind of did that accidentally again, but let's just pretend it's all going according to plan. I mean, yeah, I was going to turn off the other ones and then like look through the symbols remaining for this one to match it, but I guess it was already there, so that's good with me. Good. Yeah, this one is the most complex by far, so it makes sense that it would be the last one you open. This is the mural I could see from the outside.
This place is like a labyrinth.
It's not that bad.
It was submerged in black ichor.
Ichor? Oh, is that what we're gonna call it now? It's not ooze anymore?
Submerged in black ichor.
Oh. And then what? Ooh, okay, so over there we've got... That's what's behind the other door. We've got a gate to take us underwater. But that's for the next door.
Harry seems to be on the brink of madness.
The brink?
But I don't feel the slightest hint of confusion. On the contrary, I feel my mind is more focused than ever.
Well, good for you. Oh, there was no puzzle here. It's just you get straight to it.
Come on. One more time.
One last time.
Ow! That hurt! Again.
She's like, God damn it, son of a bitch. Alright, here's the last shape. This thing. We have to run into this gas eventually, right? Oh, actually fell. Where would she be during all this? Is she even still alive? I wonder. Alright, so final shape. This thing. Yep, is that one. I think it's that one. And then over here. Just this. Yep.
All the doors are open, but where is the constellation I need to open the throne room?
It's up there. I see it. Alright, here we've got some gates.
Another one of those gates. I have to get into the water again.
Aren't you happy about that? You feel so at ease in the water now.
I can feel the torment of the thousands of slaves who perished here.
That's pretty bad. I'm not sure how you can tell that just from looking at these murals, but I'm going to take your word for it that you have some kind of supernatural connection to this place that allows you to just know what happened. Can I not get back there? Oh, it's not letting me, okay. Well. So this is to get back on land. What do you want me to do down here? Kind of hard to do a puzzle underwater. How did Harry do any of this without the power to like transform? Okay, this one doesn't have the handprint. Okay, not so much a puzzle, it's just swimming to the thing. Wait, what other symbol can I get?
Again?
Oh right, the last symbol.
Seriously?
This is the last one, okay. God damn it. Am I just going to keep these forever? Using the strange device that projected the patterns on the floor, I was able to open the doors that led to more rooms. Inside those rooms, I found more circular stones and more patterns. Now I only need to open that large door. It's kind of odd that like only one of these doors led to a puzzle. All the other ones are just like a straight shot to the thing. Alright, so to do the final symbol, I guess we just need to look up, right? Look up to the sky. So we're trying to do this, but this one you kind of just need to figure out by yourself. So let's say I'm standing here, right? So like the bottom is there. Okay. I think I can figure this out. So you've got the large thing there, then a line there, this. Okay, so I kind of drew it, like it doesn't show you the lines, so it's a bit tricky to know exactly where to put it. But like if this big spot there is like the big spot there, then that gives you a pretty good idea. So is it this? I think it might be this one. Then if you look at it like this... Oh, actually you don't even really need to look at the lines. You just need to look at which lights are lit up. You look at the dots and that kind of tells you. Lit up, lit up, lit up. I think this one's fine also. Like this. I think it's probably this one. Yeah, that should be it. No? Oh wait, no, there's one at the top that's not... Okay, this one is not right. This one here is not correct. It's more like... Nope. This? Aha!
The door to the sanctuary is open. It's time to find out what's waiting for me inside.
I see you there, a door through black ooze. Ugh. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna have to walk through that. Oh, the good old whispers again. How lovely. If I'm supposed to feel at home here, what's with the creepy whispers, man?
My God.
Oh, okay, I think I need to hit the door actually. I thought the door was going to transport me, but I think it's just going to give me like information, so... Let me check the door. It's more like a mirror, I guess.
What a disturbing mirror. Is it made of black ichor? I feel like it is speaking to me. Oh, heavens.
What the hell is happening? That's the second time we've seen like kind of this sphere of light. The hell is that about? Some portal to another planet, maybe? I don't even know at this point. I managed to open it. I saw a constellation in the sky like none I've seen before, and it worked. I'm afraid of what I might find inside, but I must go. I've seen a vision inside a black ichor mirror. There was a word written with blood in the floor. Falguffen. It's not the first time I heard it. I can't describe what I'm feeling now. My hand is trembling as I write this. I feel connected to everything. The walls, the floor, the fountains. I hear echoes of voices calling me from within. I can't keep writing. I have to go. So I guess this is the final entry. Oh, that's a classic. The pathway that builds itself as you move along.
Nothing that happens here appears to respect the most basic rules of physics.
There's still a chance that none of this is real, but
However, as strange as it may be, it does maintain a peculiar harmony.
all these different moving parts.
Like the workings of a clock
Yeah.
or a music box.
Oh, yeah. True.
Harry, is that you?
Oh my lord, is that really him? Do I just need to jump in there?
No, 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 no! Tell me this is you, Harry. It can't be you. It can't be.
How would you have made it all the way here?
No, no. Why did you do it? Oh my God, Harry, no! In the end, you performed the ritual. You poor fool. But why?
What happened to
I don't
him?
understand it. Why? You knew it. You knew it wasn't going to work. You knew the ritual wasn't going to work. That's why you never sat on the throne. You didn't even perform the ritual, did you, Harry? But you wanted me to think that you had. You even left a lure to confuse me. But why?
What? What do you mean? Left a lure? But then what's the body there? Palgofen. You have completed chapter 6. We're back at the house. To think he had done it, but then what did I just see? Was that just a vision? Was he not there? I don't know what's happening anymore. Was that the body of the woman that he put there? The home is all empty. Am I leaving? Is this before I left?
What really happened?
Okay, we've just abandoned any notion of reality at this
The
point.
only person with you in that sanctuary beach was Cassandra.
Yeah.
So if you didn't die, it had to be her.
So the body I just found was hers then. It's not him. But why did you think it was him? I guess with the shape that the body had, it could really be anyone, but why would you want me to think that he had done it? Why was she so mischievous? Look at her, looking all evil and shit.
Did she use the dagger to open the gates and carry out the ritual? You tried to stop her, but it was too late. She shot you with your own gun and left you for dead, didn't she, Harry?
Why would you presume that? We haven't found any signs of like a struggle with the gun. Why can't she do the ritual? Why can only you do the ritual? Pretty selfish of you, Harry. She wants a turn at the ritual dagger too. She's
Because
allowed.
Cassandra was ambitious and would stop at nothing to uncover the secrets here. The island fueled that hunger for knowledge.
I mean, what's wrong with that? She was trying to solve the secret. Just like all of you were, right? What makes her worse than anyone else? So did she must have originally had the dagger. I'm not sure why we're vilifying Cassandra, like she was doing the same thing you guys were.
You had doubts about whether the ritual would work. But what happened to Cassandra cleared up those doubts. The ritual wasn't for people like you.
So she did try the ritual. What is this box? So she tried, what, ingesting this black ooze, but she's only human, so it just killed her. And then he realized, oh shit, I probably shouldn't do that. Even though that must have
The
been...
ritual was only for people like me.
Yeah.
But you refused to believe it until the island itself spoke directly to you. Haha Folgafen. She is our daughter. That's when you finally understood. You understood what my fate would be if I didn't come here and carry out the ritual. A slow and painful death.
I was gonna say, you should have known that the ritual would only work on fish people from the start. Just from seeing all the murals in here, like, that should have been enough to tell him. I don't know why he needed to see someone try it, like, but they're trying to say that he was going mad at this point. So I really am just a daughter of this island, and I need to go through the ritual in order to prolong my life, or just to complete my transformation, which means he's going to lose me forever. Because he can change, right? He's not one of us. I'll go for... But how would he understand the language? I guess it just spoke directly into his mind, so that he would understand it.
So you faked your own demise and left your glasses near Cassandra's corpse. Those same glasses you never take off.
Fake your own demise? Why? Oh, okay. He wanted me to think the body was his so that I would think he was dead, and I would just, like, complete my transformation without fear of leaving him behind. Because he knew that if I knew he was still alive, like, I would have reservations about going through this transformation because, like, we love each other and, like, I don't want to leave him alone. I understand. But that means he's still out there.
The package from Tahiti, Harry. Your picture, the key, the dagger. Another one of your scavenger hunts.
Yeah, I mean, I assumed he had sent me the package. So he sent it from Tahiti. So that's where he is right now. He's in Tahiti. The key and the dagger. So he sent it as a way of saying, go, just go do the transformation. Like, this is your fate. This is where you belong. Just forget about me. That's pretty selfless of him, actually.
And I took the bait. You made me come to this island, the same island where you almost lost your mind and your life, the same island where 4 members of your expedition perished. Why did you deceive me, Harry? You said you would never lie to me. Why didn't you tell me the truth? Why did you do this to me?
Isn't it obvious? Because he wanted you to go back to where you belong.
Because you knew that I would never accept my fate if it meant leaving you.
Exactly.
Right, my love? Not even if staying with you would mean a slow and painful death. So the only way to get me to leave you was to make me believe you were dead.
Oh,
And
he
you
want... Yeah.
refused to live a life without me, so I could be who I really am. That's why you tried to deceive me. But I know you too well, my dear old pal. We've had so many years together, so many moments of love, happiness, understanding, friendship. A whole beautiful life with you. I know what you tried to do, but I can't let you make this decision for me, Harry. Either I embrace my fate and
That's
accept
true.
what I've always been, and leave you behind,
Oh, you're
I
giving me a
reject it.
choice?
and return home with you to relish the time that my illness gives us. It's my decision to make.
Damn, that's a tough one. Accept your fate and leave Harry. Reject your fate and return home. Wait, what? I was gonna look at the journal. What is that? Bunch of eyes? Obed Marsh, Bethia Lee, Alice Marsh, Benjamin Orne, Eliza Orne, James Williamson, Harry Everhart, Nora Barrows. Is this just like an Easter egg for like developers, or like what am I supposed to gather from this? I got an achievement for seeing this, but I can't go back to the previous pages. This is all I can see. So I guess it's because what? Do I have like Polynesian ancestors? Is that what's happening? But like how did they come up with all these names? Like all I can gather from this is that I have like a Polynesian ancestor, if that is even Polynesian up there. But what is this second page about? Who are these people? Oh. I mean, obviously I want to see both possible endings, right? But like which one would I choose? That's a tough one. I feel like most people, like if I was to see statistics of the choice people made, I mean, I'm sure most people tried both, because as gamers, we always want to see all the possible endings and all the possible routes. But if people really had to limit themselves to one choice, I feel like most would go back to Harry. Like it's kind of the expected way, right? Because this whole story is about him and their relationship and their love for each other, and like it's probably like seeing him make this sacrifice is probably meant for you to be like, well, I want to spend the rest of my life with him, right? Like we get married, like it's until death do us part, and like he faked his death in order for me to live this life. But like I don't know, it's the more conventional ending for a story like this. I feel it's like going back to him and accepting her fate, accepting, because this says accept your fate and leave Harry, as if her fate is to go back to the sea and leave him. But I feel like her fate is more just to die of this illness, right? That's kind of the path she was on originally, and so she kind of needs to accept her own death, because the other alternative is to live forever, right? It's this very unnatural destiny, this very unnatural path for life to take. No one's meant to live forever. And so, like in most narratives, between living forever as a god or like as whatever, or accepting your mortality but going back to the people you love, that's the most conventional ending. It's like accept your death but spend the time that is given to you with the people you love. I think that's the more human option. The other option is just accepting what the game calls our fate, fully transform into a fish person, go back to the sea, but then leave him. I mean, we could still talk, but is there any of these people left? Like if I was to transform and then be alone forever, that sounds like, a very cruel fate. That sounds like a nightmare. Because what's eternal life without any community, without any people to live with, to share your life with, like to socialize and to love? I haven't really gotten any confirmation that these people are still out there, that they're still alive. So, but at the same time, if I was to transform, we could still keep a relationship. Maybe you can move to Tahiti and then you can come on the beach and we can talk. And I don't know, would their relationship become impossible then? The wording makes it sound like you're meant to do this, but I kind of just want to return home. I mean, we're going to see both because I want to see both possible endings. But if I had only one choice to make, I think I would go with like the conventional kind of romantic ending, right? The more grounded, like narratively satisfying ending of just accepting your fate and returning to the men I love. So we're going to do that.
You were right about one thing, Harry. I would never accept my fate if it meant leaving you. I know who I really am and where I belong. I know fate has eternal life in store for me, but
Or
an
it
eternal
had.
life without you is worthless, meaningless. So, I choose the slow and painful death. I'm going back home.
And so she left the island caught a ride on the first ship she saw. Nope. Okay, no, we just wake up on the beach. We need to play that part ourselves.
You staged this ruse because you love me. But true love is reciprocal. So I'm also making this decision because I love you. Our love is greater than fate, lineage, or all the pain I can suffer.
We can surmount it together, you know? I mean,
Whatever time we have left, we'll spend together.
I wonder if there's like a secret third ending, if you get all the secrets, or like if you... I don't know, maybe if you find all the secret items, you get a third ending. Become a fish person, but also stay with Harry? Maybe? I don't know. It's a very binary ending.
When the time comes, it will be your hand that holds mine. And those beautiful blue eyes will be the last thing I see before I leave.
Look at that, the ship came to pick us up. Right, the ship said they were coming back in 3 days, right? Well, they held their promise.
So, you didn't find your husband on that island, Mrs. Everhart?
I did find my husband. He wasn't on the island, though.
But what have you been doing these 3 days then? What did you find there?
A whole bunch of stuff.
The truth about myself, I suppose. And at the same time, the reason to go back home.
I don't think I follow you now.
Have you ever been in love, Captain Hodgson?
In love? You mean like in a romance novel?
No, that's fiction.
I mean, just like in life.
In real life, true love stories don't end with a wedding. They end with a funeral. And the
Bars!
only thing that leaves that final moment of heartbreaking sadness are all the good memories lived together.
Damn, she's spitting
Honestly,
fire.
I don't think I've ever felt anything like that, Mrs. Everhart.
Oh, that's a shame.
But if you love your husband that much, he's certainly a lucky man.
We are both lucky.
That's crazy. True love doesn't end in a wedding, it ends in a funeral. That's such a good line. That's so true. All right, you have to show me the reunion.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes,
Okay, there it is.
I'm ready.
I thought they were going to show me
Don't forget
their
the harmony.
reunion.
1, 2, 3.
A story by Out of the Blue. Yeah, she's getting more and more patches.
All my life is empty since I went away. Skies don't seem to be so clear.
Polynesian culture consultant.
May some angel send
It was Yuri Lowenthal, really?
you while I stray.
I'm surprised they got this guy for like an indie game.
To join us some sweet day.
Huh.
Oh, how I miss you, dear old pal of mine. Each night
I did think his voice sounded familiar too.
I pray you're always mine. Sweetheart, may God bless you. Angel hands caress you. While sweet dreams rest you, dear old pal of mine.
Pretty small team, all things considered.
I'm so lonely. How I miss your smile and your tender loving way. I just want you only, want you all the while. May God decree I have you back someday. Oh, how I miss you, dear old pal of mine. Each night and day I pray
Montréal.
You're always mine. Sweetheart, may God bless you. Honey, are you all right?
I'm fine, Harry, don't worry. I can keep going.
No, listen, let's leave it for today. You shouldn't make any unnecessary efforts.
Really, darling, I'm fine.
You need to rest, Norah. Come on, I'll take you to bed.
It's sad. This feels almost like they want to make you regret your choice.
Even today, so many years later, I still doubt whether I did the right thing. In the end, it didn't matter. You returned home and forgave my deception.
You grew old.
We moved close to the sea and had a few more good years, didn't we?
A few good years is pretty
Until
good.
You left me at one sunny March morning. I wish I could be reunited with you. But fate has punished me with a long and sorrowful life, with no other incentive than my work. Because that is the only thing I have now, my dear old pal.
Dean of Archaeology. I mean, you could just kill yourself. You know, nothing's stopping you if you really want to be reunited, but you've completed the game. The only thing I have now. Wow. Oh. I mean, so they did get a few more good years together, you know, that's nice. That's kind of all you can hope for, really. And I guess they never had any children either, like... This story took like a very different turn than what I expected. I thought it was headed for something kind of like very sinister, very Lovecraftian. But other than like that big creature we saw at the beginning that was more like a vision, I guess, I think it was more like representing her fears of what dangers could lurk on this island. But in the end, there wasn't really anything dangerous, or if there was, it didn't care about her presence there at all, because like she was kind of meant to be there. But like I thought it was going to lean more and more into horror, but instead it kind of pulled back right at the end. Like it pulled back on the horror, pulled back on the Lovecraftian stuff, and just ended with this very just romantic, lovely kind of love story. Now, it is the ending I would choose. I think is the more narratively satisfying, that makes sense for the story. You know, this whole story, she's looking for him. She's always talking about him and how much they love each other. So I feel like she would probably make that choice. Now, if that was me in this situation, if I had a choice between dying slowly and painfully or eternal life, like I think most of us, we want to think we'd choose to go back to the person we love, but like our fear of death might be too strong, and like in the end you might just choose to live forever instead. Like there's something so ridiculously monogamous about thinking that if you're not with that one person, you'd rather just die, you know? It's kind of silly. It's actually something that kind of bothers me in a lot of stories about eternal life. Like they present you with all these characters that have eternal life. They live forever, for hundreds of years or thousands of years, and they're always hung up on like this one person. And I'm like, come on, man. Like there's billions of people in the world. Like you can move on, you can meet other people. Like we've all been kind of brought up in this very narrow-minded, monogamous like mindset of you have to find the one person, your one true soulmate. And if you can't live with them, then you might as well die. It's like, that's not true. Like, you don't need to forget them, but you can still move on and live new things and meet new people and fall in love again with someone else. And, you know, that's how I feel about that. So now let's choose what I, the coward, would probably choose, which is to go back to the sea. The way they frame that too is like, leave, Harry, accept your fate. It's so like, I feel like you're trying to influence me, but yeah.
We had a really good life. But that's not my life anymore, is it, Harry? Not after what I've been through on this island. Not after all I've found out about myself. I can't fool myself anymore. I have to accept what I truly am and leave you behind. I'm going back home.
I was just about to say, like, we keep seeing in the loading screen, like, this giant ring of light. And I was like, we never do end up seeing it in the game. I guess there it is. Oh, at the music box.
What a lovely melody. I don't believe I've ever heard more than a few notes. Until now.
Okay, I might have second thoughts once I saw like this dark portal. Alright.
For years I thought I was sick. But the truth is,
I was just too far away from home. But like,
I was homesick.
they're never going to explain how she ended up with him, like among humans. How did she get taken away from this place and like mixed up with
Poor
humans?
The pain, the suffering. It was all because of how far I was
But
from
why?
here. Everything seems so far away now. No trace of pain, no trace of sickness. Nothing besides this place.
What if this is all
So
made to
pleasant
look like...
forget everything else.
What if this is all made to look very serene, very like peaceful and like positive, but it's actually like just a trap from some evil dark god to like claim your soul, right? That's a possibility.
Nothing matters anymore.
Maybe we've been tricked into selling our soul, and this is the
I'm
horror
finally
ending.
one of the thousands of minds connected to the I-Core.
Yeah, are you?
Connected with the Elder God.
Oh, okay. The Elder God, huh?
Goodbye, Harry.
You can still go and visit him. Right? That's me. I am back to a fish person, my true self. Whoa. Yeah, we can visit him. I can write him letters from underwater. I just need to find some very strong, like, waterproof paper. If he moves to a house, like on the beach, I could go and visit him. But like, is there anyone left like me? Are there others, or am I just alone? What the hell is that? Like a stonefish? Okay, so it is like some kind of underwater... Oh, hello. There's the old elder god in the distance there. Okay, so they do have like some kind of city, like a nation, so there must be others then.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, it's the same credits even when you leave. Interesting.
All my life is
I
empty.
thought it would be different.
Since I went away, skies don't seem to be so clear. May
Like, it would have been really
some
funny
angel
if they make
guide
you...
while I stray.
Like, it would have been really funny if they make this whole thing like, oh, I'm going back to my people, I'm accepting who I am, I'm accepting my fate. And then you go through this beautiful light and like you just get chomped on by this elder god, right? Like, or like just something horrible, like your body gets torn apart by walking through a portal or something like that. Like just a big dark twist to punish you for leaving your husband behind. So I guess they're just never going to explain how she ended up in a relationship with this guy, like, as a human.
Sweetheart,
I don't know.
God bless you.
David Martinez from Cyberpunk.
Caress you.
Oh, but I think the picture is not the same. It used to say 1934, right?
Sweet dreams
So this is the old photo, it's not the new one.
dear old pal of mine. While sweet dreams rest you, dear old pal of mine.
Oh, she doesn't end up cuffing in this version.
I love you, Norah.
And I love you, Harry.
Because it's like an old song they sang together. It's not after the events of the game.
Even today, so many years later, I still doubt whether I did the right thing.
But he still
I
lives
lied
on.
to you for the first and last time. And even if it was to free you from pain, suffering, and death, I deceived you. But I've paid such a high price for my deceit, Norah.
Oh,
Fate has punished me with a long and sorrowful life.
that's not that
With
bad.
no other incentive than my work.
Go back out there, dude.
Because
Start
that
dating again.
is the only thing I have now. My dear old pal.
You know, it's your choice not to start meeting other people. Like, you could you could marry again, you can meet someone else. You don't have to live in the past, man. But I get it, it's not as romantic as if he grows old all by himself, always remembering his one true love. So that is Call of the Sea. It's surprising, like that final section in the temple at the end there, like, because there was these 4 doors, I kind of thought there was going to be like a puzzle between each door, but there really was only the one puzzle with the platforms, and then all the other ones was just a straight walk to the symbol. So it almost feels like it ended too early, but I am satisfied with this story. I think it's a nice conclusion. I would probably stick with the first ending that I picked. Even now, after seeing the second one, I think the first ending is probably more narratively satisfying. What do you guys think? Which ending did you go for? Which ending would you have gone for if this is your first time seeing the game? I would love to know. But yeah, this was nice. Visually, it was very beautiful. I enjoyed the art style. The painted art style is very pretty to look at. I like the voice acting. It's a nice, simple story that keeps you guessing throughout. You know, you keep wondering what is happening. Is this a vision? Is this real? I still don't really know what that desert with all the giant skulls was about. I don't know, something to do with her mysterious origins. Like, they never did explain where she came from, but that's fine. You totally don't need to explain everything. Like, I'm definitely okay with that. I much prefer a story that leaves a lot of stuff up for interpretation, like for your imagination, rather than something that really makes an effort to explain every single little detail, you know, because then there's no mystery, there's no spiciness, you know. So, and I also like the length, you know, it's a nice short game, a self-contained story, you know, in the era of giant open world games and live service games that try to keep you hooked up forever. I much prefer these short experiences that have a beginning, an end, and then when you're done, you're very satisfied, you enjoyed your time. So this was great. Another big thank you to Audrey for buying this game from me. I hope you guys enjoyed the journey alongside me. I want to say try and buy the game for yourself to support the developers, but I guess now that you've seen all of it, there wouldn't be much point. But hey, maybe you can buy it for a friend of yours. Maybe someone you know would be interested, and so you could always buy it as a gift for them through Steam or something like that, or just recommend it to other people, because this was a very nice game. So that's going to wrap up the playthrough for me. Next week, we're starting a new game. It's another indie game. I can give you a small hint about what it is. It's a game that's about a city. And that's all I'm going to say. I think a lot of you will be able to guess it just based on that. So, as always, a big thank you for joining me for this adventure. I had fun playing it. I hope you had fun watching it. And I will see you in the next video. À la prochaine!